In the following tutorial, we will show you the conversion of the FSX400 Integral without I/O to an FSX400 version with I/O. We'll also show you how to replace an FSX400 transmitter if you want to convert a device from aluminium to stainless steel, for example. All of the required components from the Retrofit kit are described and numbered in the mechanical Retrofit instructions. All of the components are labelled in accordance with the mechanical Retrofit instructions. Before starting work, disconnect the equipment from the power supply, observing the 5 safety rules in accordance with DIN VDE 0105. Open the front of the transmitter head and remove the display. To do so, gently press in the 4 locking terminals laterally and carefully remove the display module. Loosen the 2 Phillips head screws on the communication board, carefully pull the module out and remove the ribbon cable on the back of the communication board. You can now remove the old transmitter head. This is necessary because in a version without inputs or outputs, the transmitter head only has 2 interlayer connections. However, for the I/O version, a transmitter head with 8 interlayer connections is required. The housing can also be converted from aluminium to stainless steel in this way. Slide the ribbon cable completely into the plastic sleeve, otherwise it will be damaged when turning the transmitter head. Then loosen the side screw on the transmitter head and unscrew the transmitter head from the front end board. In the next step, the transmitter head is screwed onto the housing of the front end board. Carefully pass the ribbon cable through the bushing of the transmitter head using the plastic cap and then screw it to the housing of the front end board as far as it will go. Make sure that the connector and the cable in the protective sleeve are not damaged. Then turn it back to the desired mounting position and secure the transmitter head using the lateral hexagon socket screw. A 3 mm Allen key is required for this purpose. Pull the connector on the ribbon cable through the opening in the plastic cap and attach the ribbon cable to the connector strip on the communication board. The communication board is then inserted into the housing. On the housing PCB, there are 8 contact pins that lead into the female connectors of the communication board. Proceed very carefully, otherwise the contact pins on the circuit board may become slightly bent or damaged. The communication board is secured in the housing using 2 screws. Now the HMI board is attached. This has 4 clips which lock it into place on the communication board. During insertion, make sure that the pins on the connector strip do not get bent when attaching the connector. The connector panel is then installed on the rear. Insert this carefully without damaging the contacts in the housing and screw the connector panel into position using the 2 Phillips head screws. Finally, the electrical connection is established and the front and back of the housing can be screwed together with the covers.